Today I'm going to talk about contingency with kickout. Stay tuned because at the end of the video, you'll get a chance to get a contingency addendum. I'm Kristin Stampini with RE/MAX Services and this is StampTV. Let's get started. A home sale contingency is one type of contingency clause frequently included in a real estate contract or an offer to purchase real estate. With a home sale contingency in place, the transaction is either dependent or contingent upon the sale of the buyer's home. If the buyer's home sells by a specified date, the contract moves forward. If it doesn't sell by that specified date, the contract is terminated. Here we take a look at what buyers and sellers need to know about home sale contingencies. There are two types of home sale contingencies: sale and settlement contingency and settlement contingency. As the name implies, a sale and settlement contingency is dependent upon the buyer selling and settling an existing home. This type of contingency is used if the buyer has not yet received and accepted an offer to purchase on the current home. In general, this type of contingency allows the seller to continue to market the home to other potential buyers with stipulation that the buyer will be given the opportunity to move the sale and settlement contingency within a specified period, typically 24 to 48 hours. If the seller receives another offer, if the buyer cannot remove the contingency, the contract is terminated. The seller can accept the other offer and the earnest money deposit is returned to the buyer. A settlement contingency, on the other hand, is used if the buyer has already marketed his or her property, has a contract in hand, and a settlement date on the calendar. Because the property isn't truly sold until it closes, this protects the buyer if the sale falls through for any reason. In most cases, this type of contingency prohibits the seller from accepting other offers on the property for a specified period. If the buyer's home closes by the specified date, then the contract remains valid. If the home does not sell, the contract can be terminated. Considerations for buyers: most buyers need to sell their existing home to purchase a new one, especially when trading up to a more expensive house. A home sale contingency gives buyers the time they need to sell and settle before committing to a new home. So buyers can avoid owning two homes, holding two mortgages at one time while waiting for their own home to sell. A home sale contingency can also make for a seamless transaction. The buyer can sell one home and move into the next. The new home is already locked in. Even though a home sale contingency helps bring peace of mind to the buyer, it doesn't avoid other costs of home buying. So buyers must still spend money on home inspection, possible bank fees and appraisal fees, and these expenses are not refunded if the deal actually falls through due to the property not selling on time. Also, the buyers will likely have to pay more for the property, sometimes they do, if they made an offer without a home sale contingency, depending on what market we're in. This is because they are essentially asking the seller to gamble on their ability to sell their current home, and the seller will expect to be compensated for the risk. So considerations for sellers: a home sale contingency can be risky to sellers because there's no guarantee that the home will sell, even if the contract allows the seller to continue to market the property and accept offers. The house may be listed under contract, making it less attractive to potential buyers. So many people looking for homes will steer clear of a property that is under contract because they don't want to waste their time and risk falling in love with a property they may never have the chance to buy. So before agreeing to a home sale contingency, the seller or the seller's real estate agent should investigate the potential buyer's current home to determine if the home is already on the market. If not, this is usually a red flag and could be a deal breaker because it indicates the potential buyer is just thinking about buying and selling at this point. If it's listed at the correct price, a real estate agent can prepare comparables to make sure the house is priced to sell. So basically making sure that the market could just be dry. Many different reasons. So the average time on the market home in the neighborhood, you want to check that. If the average time is 30 days or so, one could expect the home to sell. If it's 90 days or more, the seller could be waiting with little chance that the buyer's home is actually going to sell. So you definitely want to work with somebody who can help you and navigate through all this difficult stuff. A home selling contingency, however, might be a good thing if the seller's property has been on the market a while. If the seller has trouble finding a buyer, a contract with a contingency is still a contract and there is a chance that the property will sell. In many cases, it is advisable to limit the amount of time the buyer has to sell his or her home to 1 to 4 weeks. So this puts pressure on the buyer to lower the asking price and make a sale while preventing the seller from losing too much time in the event that the transaction does not close. You know, a seller can include a kickout clause, and this to provide a measure of protection against a home sale contingency. You know, a kickout clause states that the seller can continue to market the property and accept offers from other buyers. If this is the case, the seller gives the current buyer a specified amount of time, maybe such as 72 hours, to remove the home sale contingency and continue with the contract. If the buyer does not remove the contingency, the seller can back out of the contract and sell to the new buyer. So basically, the bottom line, home sale contingencies protect buyers who want to sell one home before purchasing the next. We actually guarantee the sale of your home so we can help you through this process. The exact details of any contingency must be specified in the real estate sales contract. Because contracts are legally binding, it is important to review and understand the terms of a home sale contingency. A qualified real estate professional, agent, attorney should be consulted, possibly hiring an attorney, with any questions or concerns regarding real estate contracts and home sale contingency clauses. Hope you learned something today. Thanks again for tuning into my channel. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, ask a question, subscribe to my channel. Also, click the bell icon so you receive instant notifications every Tuesday of new episodes. Thanks again, everybody. Bye.